Hey everybody, this is Chelsea Schaefer. I am in between video shoots and meeting trips, and I am back at my desk here in Colorado, and I just got off the phone with Lari Dee. She and I sat down to chat while she was driving from Ellensburg to maybe somewhere in Idaho. I can't actually remember. But we talked through the new program that we have at breakawayroping.com. Team ropers, be patient with me. I promise you we will get back to team roping in just a minute, but we have a lot of exciting things going on in the breakaway world that I really want to talk to you about, and this show is called The Score, and Breakaway Ropers score too, so again, hang with me. I think regardless, there will be some valuable information that you'll get out of this podcast, so give it a listen. This episode is brought to you by Cactus Ropes. They're Lari Dee sponsors. Of course, she uses the Tsunami. She's been kicking butt with it all summer. She's in the top 15 in the world. She is one of our breakawayroping.com coaches. She's also one of our roping.com coaches. So if you want to listen to what Lari Dee has to say, she's often in partnership with Trevor Brazil in these videos. You can join both breakawayroping.com and roping.com with code LariD15. On both breakawayroping.com, the brand new launch site for breakaway ropers, from breakaway roping 101 to mental game to horsemanship, the whole way up to the elite level. We've got coaching for every style of roper. Also, if you want to join roping.com, of course, we've got Trevor Brazil, Patrick Smith, Miles Baker, Jake Barnes, Clay O'Brien Cooper, Matt Sherwood, soon to be Junior D's, soon to be Lane Ivy, Kirby Blankenship. We've got a big old gamut of awesome ropers on roping.com. You can use code LariD15, or if that's hard for you to remember, you can also use code THESCORE, and you will get your subscription at 15% off. So welcome to our new sites. Thank you to Cactus Ropes for bringing us this episode, and I really need to get a better line for this, but without further ado, here's Lari Dee. This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love. Lari Dee, we just launched breakawayroping.com yesterday, which was September 1st. People are signing up left and right, which is really exciting. And it's something that you've wanted to do for a while, is having videos and teaching and reaching more people. Talk about why you said yes when I asked you if you'd be interested in something like this.
Well, I just want the sport of breakaway roping to grow, and I feel it's got great momentum, and I just wanted to, keep that momentum going and help reach the ones that are wanting to learn and to keep growing the sport. So I was all in.
Yeah, it seems like, anytime you post a clinic, it sells out very quickly. And you've had less opportunity to do clinics this year than in years past. How have you been working schools into your rodeo schedule?
The schools have really slowed down for us. I felt like that when we were rodeoing and out here on the road, we'd have a few days here and there, to fit in some clinics. But, since we've been out here for the last couple months, we've only, I think we fit in 3 clinics. And they've been really good. I've had great help, and, they've been really good. But it's hard when you're rodeoing, to do the schools and, and have the clinics. And I got to get a little better hold on that, because I really enjoy doing the clinics and doing all that. And it's just been kind of hard. I think we got one coming up in October when we get back home. Mm-hmm. And it's a big one. It's one that Hope and I do with Donnie Taylor and Cash Myers. And I think it'll be a really big one in October.
I feel like it's a double-edged sword right now, because everything that's happening in pro rodeo and with the WCRA, it's growing breakaway roping, but it's making the breakaway ropers less accessible than they've ever been. So I know for us, when we started breakawayroping.com, that was kind of our thinking. Like, you girls are out on the road, you can't be teaching as much as you used to, but this is kind of our way of filling in the gaps in between your rodeo schedule. So hopefully people will join. They already are. It's awesome. It's got faster growth than roping.com had. It's got faster growth than anything we've ever launched, which I think speaks to where breakaway ropers are. What to talk about when we were shooting those videos? There's a whole bunch of videos with you and Trevor talking about breakaway roping up there. Have you always talked to him about your breakaway roping, or did your conversations usually stick to like horse training and team roping? As in your friendship?
No, Trevor and I have talked, all parts of roping. I mean, we talk heading, heeling, calf roping, breakaway roping. We talk any part of roping. I mean, anytime I have any questions about any part of my roping, I go to him, and I think he comes to me as well. And it's just the horses. We always talk horses, but
mm-hmm.
Visiting with Trevor about any kind of roping is great, and a huge opportunity. And I think that's what's really cool with having Trevor. Doing what he's doing right now. That he's never been where just anybody could learn from him,
mm-hmm.
and I think it's pretty cool that now the world is getting the opportunity to learn from him and see what he does.
Yeah, I love it. And I think, I don't want to just talk about Trevor, because we've got part of when
no, why would we want to do that?
Part of when we talk about Trevor plenty, but when I came to you with the idea for breakawayroping.com, you immediately said you wanted to bring the young talent in and have them be a part of what we were doing. Talk about who you chose, the girls that we shot with, the young ladies that we shot with, and why you wanted to include the youth in this new venture.
Well, roping, evolves every day, and seeing, how it's evolved in the junior ropings, and there's so many great junior ropers, and the three that we had at the house and had the opportunity that were there at the Texas high school finals, we had the opportunity to be with three of the most winning young ladies that's going right now, and that was Madison Uthier and Josie Connor, Aspen Miller, and they all three bring something different, and I just thought that was a huge opportunity to let the world see and hear what they can offer.
Yeah, I think a lot of what we did on breakawayroping.com, at least in this first set of videos, is we showed people what really leveled these girls up. We showed people the difference makers between what makes them good ropers and great ropers. And that's a lot of what we did in your series with you and with Trevor and with Hope. Poor Hope, she roped great when we were at your house, but we've got some videos of her struggling too. So I like that. Hope probably doesn't like it, but you can see the good and the bad on breakawayroping.com and what separates good days from bad days. Hope was a pretty good sport, though, and let us show off some of her bad days.
Well, Hope Thompson's one of the greatest breakaway ropers there are, and like so many people, they think that the great ropers don't have bad days, and that is so untrue. And you have bad days. You can even have a bad week. Like when you're out here on the road, you dang sure don't want to have a bad week or a bad month. But you have bad goes, and you got to be able to work through it and get over it. And that just goes to show you that from one day to the next day of filming, like when we were filming at Trevor's, Hope was going through some things that she'd been struggling with that weekend before. And then when you see her rope the next time, she's spot on. So, it just shows that, everybody has a bad day, and that's where your mental game comes in, is when things aren't going good, that's when mental game really rises to the top. It just shows how she was an overcomer.
And I think we have a lot of talk about mental game. In this first series, we'll be releasing more mental game videos. And then the next time we shoot, we're going to shoot with Donnie Taylor, which I'm very excited about. So
Me too.
we're really gonna dive into the mental game thing in the next 6 months. So I think people will be excited to see Doneen's program, to see how she works with you all. How long have you been working with Doneen? We have a whole podcast with you two, but how long have you been with her?
Man, I can't even remember when we kind of started. I think when Doneen come to me to help her with her kickflip, and like it was maybe, I don't know, 2014 or 16 or something like that.
Gotcha.
And once that I got to know her and got to see how her, like her girl got to, working on it, and then, then becoming a mental game coach herself, I wanted to do that probably 2018.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how has it come in handy? First full season on the road, hardcore. How has it come in handy this summer, the mental game?
I feel it helped me tremendously because she taught me strategies to deal with certain situations. And, Trevor always said, when you're out here, you better have a short memory. You got to go from one to the next and not look back and let one thing, get to snowballing on you. And, with Doneen helping me to learn those strategies, it was a lot easier out here on the road to leave it. I had a bad go that I could, assess the situation and then get rid of it and move on.
Hey everybody, this episode is brought to you by Cactus Ropes. They are the makers of the Tsunami Breakaway rope. That is the rope used by Lari Dee, Hope Thompson, and Madison Ukier. It is the breakaway rope of the summer of 2021. These girls have been kicking butt with them. They are in stock at cactusropes.com. For more information, give them a call at 1-800-SPIN-WIN. How's the last week or two been? You want to talk about it, or are we moving on?
How's the last couple weeks been?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I didn't have a very good week during Caldwell. Baker, I got a barrier at Baker. Didn't draw very good at Caldwell. Those were two really good ones that I was wanting to, do good at. I guess you want to do good at all of them. But then, like last week, I got money at Tremonton. I got money in the team roping and breakaway jackpot at Rapid City. I got money at what was the other one that Coeur d'Alene, and at Kennewick I got drawn out. We had some ties at the bottom, and I didn't make it back, but made a good run over there. But it was a pretty good week. I didn't hit the big checks, but I dang sure held my money together last week, so it was good.
And we're getting close. We've got about 30 days left while we're talking right now. 29 days left maybe in the season while we're talking. How are you feeling about where things stand with the WPRA and the PRCA in Las Vegas? Are you hopeful that they're going to come out with an announcement in the next couple weeks?
On that subject, that's kind of a sore subject with me, but it's something that, it's the girls have got to, if we're going to continue to grow breakaway roping and breakaway roping in the PRCA, the girls have to know what they're going for. I mean, the girls are out here rodeo and we have no idea where our finals are or how much they add. And that's a hard thing to do, and to continue to feel that girls should have to continue to do that. And it's, we're very thankful to be able to do what we do, and we're grateful, but we need to, we need to be informed and need to know, what at the end of the year, like, what are we going to get to rope for? Where are we going to get to rope and all that? And I wish we had more, communication with that and maybe a little more say on that, on what we get to do. We all want the 10 rounds. None of us want the, that sudden death format or anything like that, or tournament style. We just want to be a part of PRCA rodeo like the other events, and just like we have the other associations that we've been in. We want to be treated equal and all that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to Jimmy Monroe yesterday, and she said there will be an NFR committee meeting within 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll know, they're going to present options. So hopefully for those listening that are, paying attention, they are going to be the WPRA will be presenting options to the PRCA's NFR committee and the Las Vegas NFR committee 2 weeks from today. So we're all just going to hold our breaths, and maybe not hold our breaths, and certainly hopefully not hold our tongues. Hopefully people are, talking to the right people, advocating for the sport. I know you've been active in that, and I think a lot of people have been, making sure they're talking to their event rep. So it's
yeah, and we're very thankful for the committees that are, at Breakaway at the rodeos. And I mean, there's been a lot of people along the way that's helped with our growth, and a lot of organizations that are helped with it. And we're very thankful. We just, I want to continue. I want the sport to continue to grow and to get, better for the younger generation. And the way it is, like right now, it can't continue this way, or I think it will decline. And that's what, I don't feel any of us want that. I mean, nobody, I don't think, wants that.
Yeah.
So, I just think we need to figure out what we need to do. All of us need to do to continue the growth of breakaway rope.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I know, man, the sponsors love it. Anytime, Cactus Ropes is sponsoring this episode. Anytime you talk to Barry Berg, the tsunamis are flying off the shelves. It's so good for them right now. I know it's good for all the rope companies. It's certainly a groundswell right now. And I think breakawayroping.com will help that. When we talk to Joe Lee and the people in the WPRA for a story in the last issue of the Breakaway Roping Journal, they were saying that we've got to build this from the grassroots level too. It's got to grow in the circuits. I'm sitting here in the Mountain State circuit. We've got some of the biggest rodeos. Cheyenne added equal money in the breakaway, but there's still no Mountain States breakaway finals. And the Southeast circuit's struggling a little bit. They said the First Frontier circuit's actually doing really well considering their numbers. So hopefully with more education, more people getting excited. I have seen more people of all ages getting involved in breakaway roping. How have you had, can you talk about that? I think there have been older women getting involved in breakaway, young kids. What's it looked like for you as far as seeing the diversity of people excited about breakaway roping?
Everyone is excited about breakaway roping as a whole. There's I think the Western industry, is wanting to see another women's event in pro rodeo. I think that, by bringing that, like you said, I mean, it's helped rope companies. It's helped horse sales. I mean, it's helped any kind of equipment sales. I mean, having more women in the industry, it brings more and more, even to the places that we travel, they bring their families, they stay, they bring money into, those places. And it's, I think breakaway roping is something that I feel from now on will benefit pro rodeo. I mean, it's just something that's, it's growing our industry.
Yep.
And bringing even more, I mean, it's got the opportunity to bring a lot more sponsors into our industry, looking outside the box and anything, that women have, can use. I mean, it might bring in totally, total new sponsors to our industry.
Yeah, you and I have talked about that. There have been people from all kinds of big industries who have been excited about this storyline. It is, from a marketing standpoint for me, it's a storyline that can really help the sport grow, because we can go to new sponsors and say, look, everybody's talking about women, giving women opportunities, empowering women. Look what rodeo's doing. They're being the good guys in this situation. This rural American, conservative traditional community is reaching their hand out and giving a leg up to women, empowering women, giving them the equal opportunity. That's a really strong storyline, not just for rodeo, but for all of rural America, that I think if savvy sponsorship folks could really tell. Could really tell that story to their advertisers or to their sponsors, and it could go a long way. You and I have talked about that before. It's not a new topic for us, but man.
Well, and it is. I mean, when the people out there, the sponsor type people see, like you said, that storyline and figure that out. I mean, it is going to. There's no doubt that it's going to bring new money and new sponsor money into the sport of rodeo.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I hope you and I are talking here in 2 weeks on this podcast about the PRCA and the Las Vegas stepping up and providing equal money for breakaway ropers at the NFR. But I think either way, we'll check back in and talk about whatever the results of the committee's meetings are. So.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's coming. It's just gonna depend when. So. Yeah, it's. I'm hoping sooner than later, especially when you're old like me. You'd rather see it sooner than later.
Right. How are you feeling though? Everything. How's the knee and the back and everything?
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's good. I got good help, good traveling partners, all that to kind of help out. So it's all good out here.
Does Hope give you a leg up? Hold your horse up against the fence, give you a mounting block? Like, what are your traveling, anything like that?
No. She's not going to do anything like that.
Awesome. Okay, well, I hope everybody, let us know if people are watching these videos. It's crazy. They really like the video of Hope getting tuned on, which people have watched that a bunch already on the site. And they've watched a lot of the videos that we've done, LD, so I'm super excited. There'll be more rolling out every single week. We'll be rolling out 2 videos a week, some with Lindsay Sumter, too, which I'm very excited about because she is a cowgirl.
Oh, man, me too. She's legit cowgirl.
Yeah, she is a cowgirl. We've got actually a video shoot scheduled beginning of October with her and Erin Johnson down there.
Awesome.
So that'll be cool because Erin is she's a whole different style, a whole different approach. So it'll be really fun to work with her. And then you and I and Hope are going to get together with Doneen and have some more fun. So there's lots coming. Hopefully we can keep helping the sport grow.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Alrighty. Good luck the rest of the next 30 days. I'll be talking to you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye, LD. Thank you all for listening to this episode of The Score. Remember, it is brought to you by Cactus Ropes and their Tsunami Breakaway Rope. 1-800-SPIN-WIN to place an order, or cactusropes.com.